There's more for you at Substation 2. Since 1975, Substation 2 has been serving sliced-to-order, freshly made subs on our specialty New York-style bread, piled high with the finest meats and freshest produce. From the number 19 Super Special with 7 mouth-watering meats and cheeses to an assortment of specialty sandwiches and salads, Substation 2 proudly supports the Citadel Bulldogs with 2 locations in Charleston and 43 locations throughout the Southeast.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Duggar Baucom Show. My name is Mike Legg. We're here with the head coach of the Citadel Bulldogs, Duggar Baucom. And at the time that we are sitting down for this show, you've had 4 basketball games, Coach, 2 and 2. Ball games on the road, ball games at home. And so after those 4 games, tell me what you think about the ball club right now.
Well, I'm excited to be 2 and 2. We're a much different team at home. You know, we've played a lot better at home, which is to be expected, especially for a young team. You're trying to learn how to win on the road. Butler experience wasn't a great one for the guys. They're really, really good. Opening game to play at the 22nd ranked team in the country is a pretty difficult task. But we made it through that, came back home, and played really well against Stetson. We got down 10 at the second half, and the guys really responded, went on a 16-0 run, and won that game. Beat a good Stetson team. They're a talented team. And then beat Mid-Atlantic Christian 2 days later. I thought we played good, very unselfish, really shared the ball. And then had a tough time at PC last Saturday, and we just got to learn how to win on the road, be a little tougher on the road.
Now, in the ball game against Mid-Atlantic Christian, a few highlights from that one, including you had a 30-point performance. You had 3 records broken in that ball game, including the one for 3-pointers made in the game with Quason Williams. When I spoke with him after the ball game on the radio, I mentioned what his new nickname might become that's rolling around the team that RJ came up with, and Trayson Williams. He seems to like that idea.
Yeah, I didn't know about that until I got home after y'all's conversation and some tweets that went out. I had no idea that was going on, but he certainly earned that name that night. I mean, he was 10 of 15, 7 of 8 in the first half, and set the record, which was 9. He had 10, and did it in, not a whole lot of minutes. I think he only played, 28 minutes for the game maybe, but credit to him. He works on his shot a whole lot, and he's just growing as a player, but couldn't be happier for his success that night.
Also broke a scoring record and also set a record for points in the first half in that ball game against Mid-Atlantic Christian. And so what do you think about the guys and the way they're kind of rounding into shape? Also, you talk about what's on the floor, but the component that's off the floor, the culture of the ball club, is important to build right now too.
Yeah, that's probably the most important thing ultimately. If you do right, the wins will come. So we preach that day in and day out. Learning to win on the road is certainly a process also. And I wasn't pleased with how we came out of the locker room on Saturday against PC. They're a tough bunch. We told them it'll be tough here, and but they kind of got on us early. We made a comeback, but we were playing from behind all night. We were kind of chasing all night, never kind of got in our rhythm. But that's just a learning process, with a bunch of young kids and kids that haven't played together before. Some leadership has to emerge, and you just got to find out who your go-to guys are and who you can depend on the road. It's just a whole different deal.
Now, in the style of play that you have going, you embrace the pace. You're going to run. You're going to shoot some threes. You're going to look for easy baskets in transition. Do you find that the opposing team can shoot better because of that style? Thus, how you shoot is doubly important.
I would say certainly. I think teams really get up to play us because they know it's going to be a game that they might prefer to play. Most kids grow up wanting to get up and down the court, and at our game they're going to be able to do that. Now I think it drives some opposing coaches batty sometimes because it's kind of unnerving to them because they have to let go of some control because of what we do. But I think kids always get up and step up, and in our 9 years of playing this way, we've given up some career highs to guys, which was true in the PC game. one of their post players had 26, and he had never come close to that before. But sometimes that'll happen. But we hope our kids will just execute well and play well like we're supposed to. But sometimes that does happen.
We certainly hope that you are having or have had a great Thanksgiving. The Citadel Bulldog basketball team spent Thanksgiving week at the Palmetto State Shootout. And so an opportunity for a multi-team event. You can schedule several more games for the price of one. So obviously an attractive thing to try to do. But on the road to Spartanburg, technically they're neutral, but you're away from home.
Yeah, 2 games will be true neutral games, and then one you play upstate at home. But, Thanksgiving, a 4-day break. Most kids at the Citadel on furlough right now, and we're spending ours at the Marriott in Spartanburg. But a lot of the kids' families are coming in, so they'll get to see them, and we do a lot of basketball stuff. But it's a good time for us to kind of maybe to grow as a team, eat a lot of meals together, spend a lot of time together, spend time with their roommates that aren't their roommates in school. So we just hope it'll be a growing process for us. We'll come together a little bit and then have some success on the court.
Now, some holidays are not that conducive to certain sports, just based on the time of the year that those sports are played. So, in your case, Thanksgiving is one of those, Christmas is one of those, and so what's that like? Well, for you personally, but for the guys as well, to work around what is 2 of the best family holidays of the year.
Yeah, as a Division I athlete, you give up a lot of your holiday time. And especially at a military school, you give up your furlough. I mean, our guys have not been home. They've been here practicing. Thanksgiving is really a tough time because we're playing right through. We're practicing on Thanksgiving Day. Now we'll eat as a team, have our Thanksgiving meal together and eat as a team, but no break. I mean, the whole furlough, we're practicing every day or playing. Now Christmas is a little bit different, and we tried being at a prior military school and now at the Citadel to give our guys a little bit of a break. Guys going through that knob year, they need it. So we'll play on the 19th. We'll let the guys go after that game, and then we'll bring them back on the 26th. So they do get a little Christmas break. I think the coaches need that to get away from the kids, and I know the kids like being away from the coaches, especially being home with their family. But Thanksgiving, it's almost, it's a great holiday to be thankful and grateful for all we have, but in the life of a basketball coach, it's kind of just another work day.
Now, after the Palmetto State Shootout, your longest road trip of the year, you'll go to Air Force to play. You'll be back at home then to take on College of Charleston on Saturday the 5th. And so that's a big week too, obviously, coming up.
Yeah, that's huge. A long travel for us. We'll leave on Monday night and get out there and try to get acclimated a little bit, practice on Tuesday and then play Wednesday and then have a travel day coming back. A lot of them miss class for our guys, so they'll have to be diligent in their studies while we're gone. Tough opponent, a Mountain West opponent, which will be tough. Certainly a differing style than we play. So be very much a challenging week, and then we come back with a much anticipated game in this area, playing the college, and Earl's got those guys playing really well, and so it'll be a battle that Saturday, and hopefully, we'll recover from our little bit of jet travel and be ready to play.
Obviously, you'll have several. You've already had one Pack the MAC game. You'll have 2 more of those. But the College of Charleston game would be the kind of the jewel on the schedule. That's probably the premier game on the home schedule.
It is. I hope everybody will come out and see us. Earl's in his 2nd year there, so he's trying to build his program. We'll certainly try to put our stamp on the program here. So it ought to be a good game, very competitive game. But Saturday, before Christmas shopping and all that starts, and I think it'll be a good college basketball game for everybody to come out and see.
You have a good eye on what everyone is doing on the floor and an idea what they're doing off the floor. So after your first 4 ball games, have you had any surprises with regards to the way certain kids have played for you so far?
I was really pleased with how clutch Derrick Henry was in the Stetson game, making those free throws at the end of the game. I've been pleased with P.J. Butte's leadership on the court. Against Mid-Atlantic Christian, he had 11 assists in only 13 minutes. No turnovers, really shared the ball, and had 10 assists against Stetson, so he's done a good job on the floor. Brian White, just got to get him a little more consistent And Quentin Marshall's the one, not Quentin's fault, but just getting him in the flow and getting him to be more productive. He did come out a little bit against PC, played the hardest of any kid we had. And if he'll just keep doing those things, good things will happen for him.
A lot of things on the horizon for the Citadel basketball team. Lots of games in short periods of time, and we hope that you'll have an opportunity to catch the team very, very soon, whether they're at home or on the road, and looking forward to what the rest of the season pulls out, and not much time left before you'll be in conference play.
Yeah, you kind of watch scores of conference teams playing. You know, Chattanooga's already beat Georgia, Illinois, and East Tennessee State beat Georgia Tech the other night. So, I mean, teams in the conference are really playing well, and there's no easy nights when that starts. So hopefully we'll get through this non-conference schedule, continue to play well, get a little bit better, and all that'll start in January.
Lots to do coming up for the Citadel basketball. We want to thank you for joining us on the Coach Duggar Baucom Show. For the coach, I'm Mike Legg.
So I needed to deposit a check. I was about to head to the bank, but out of nowhere, it just started to rain. Like, really rain. I did not want to go out. But then I was like, duh, just use your phone. Mobile deposit techno thingy to the rescue. I'm Raina, and I bank human at TD Bank.